Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another stream on this lovely Wednesday. I decided today I just wanted to speedrun some MGS2, but like no mods, nothing different, just MGS2, and we're gonna actually do it with an intended goal here. We're gonna try to get as many runs as possible tonight on the Ranked Runs website. For those that don't know, what is Ranked Runs? Well, let me show you here. This is basically Ranked Runs. This is a project that was started by Bubsy, famous, of course, Super Mario 64, especially blindfolded speedrunner. And this is basically not really an alternative to speedrun.com, right? Speedrun.com, that's where you go when you submit your world records. You know, this is where everything's being categorized. And this is also where, I think at least the rules are relatively strict and tight, and that's all good. But it is also a little bit limiting because once you did your one run, you just move on. But what happens? I'm getting interrupted here. Hey Sensei, thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I was just gonna start to explain how Ranked Runs works. So if you've never heard about it, this is how Ranked Runs works. It's basically a website here where, again, it's more of a purpose of continuously running and competing with others on the leaderboard. But it also refreshes every month. As they say here, track your speedruns across time periods, compete in events, and see how you perform against others. Reach milestones by completing speedrun goals, upgrade your profile with awards, and collect speed points for each submitted speedrun. So there's also a level system behind that, and so much more. Doing fine. Done my annual full game 007 run, not touching this game until 2027. Let's go. Yeah. So again, if we go here, speedrun.com, and say, for example, my favorite, MGS2 Substance, of course, that leaderboard is basically the way it is. And you can see how I achieved once in 1 hour, 1 minute 48, 3 years ago, May 2023. And like I never had a reason to come back to it anymore, right? I played this, and then I'm just like, well, what's next? What's the alternative? And I found it a little bit sad because, you know, for 3 years, I've not really played this as a passion or tried to even improve my time here. Not even on accident. I was more interested in just sitting down and do something else or get better placements in other boards. But with Ranked Runs, the way it works is actually, since it resets every month, you get every month a new chance to be like top of the leaderboard. So not every month, of course, someone can participate in all that. So this is quite interesting as an idea. Plus, you can also, you know, upgrade, because if you're an often runner, you can also be, hey, I've been doing this for years now, I got that much experience in different categories and everything, and you can even master games, which is something that just speedrun.com does not really track, which is fine, I guess. I mean, this is more of like an official world record tracker. Ranked Runs on itself, just doing this continuously is actually more interesting, right? And so let me introduce here Super Mario 64, which of course is now currently the biggest one. This is how it currently looks like. This is now the 16-star speedrun little category. And of course, there's also a category for 70 stars, 120, 1 and 0 stars. And of course, 16 stars is like the most common one where people participate right now. Right? Thanks for the good luck. And you see here how currently leading 1607, someone on the emulator boards here, and he gets 420 XP. Let's go. Annie, thanks for the good luck. I saw you in the call, but I just wanted to do a quick introduction, so sorry that I didn't respond to you. I was just preparing the stream. But if you have time later, we can still do a emulator race. Anyways, this is just starting right now. This is now for June. You can also look back and see for May, when the website just launched and was the most active. This is the May leaderboard. And you can see also how it tracks over time, of course, your participation. Right, so you'll be like, hey, in May, I'm going to do this game, and in June, I want to focus on this one. But lately, maybe at the end of June, you have like an inch to go back and then still trying to get the top leaderboard for that month. That's all reflected in this. And if you check like a profile here, let's look at GTM, for example. If you, okay, collected with 540 experience, is number 10 global rank right now, because it's a relatively young website, and even got 27.3 speed points. Right, that's all fun. So good, and you even get these little badges here, like, hey, you participated in 16 stars, even with a gold level here and other stuff. So there's a lot that goes on here at Ranked Runs. And I got asked by Apache Smash, who you most likely know about as well, if I want to participate in that. So we sat down and together we helped set up basically everything for the Metal Gear series, which is, as you see here right now, just a base collection of games, like the most important ones, right? We figured at least Metal Gear Solid 1 needs to be on there, of course, the 3 variants of Metal Gear Solid 2, the 2 variants of Metal Gear Solid 3. Metal Gear Solid 3DS we just excluded because not even on speedrun.com anyone has seriously done a run, right? So maybe by popular demand we can still add it later. Metal Gear Solid 4 is here, of course, and then Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid the Twin Snakes, and of course the latest one, Delta's here as well. So this is like the current set of games that we have. We can always, of course, add more. I personally would like to add the 2D games more, but I understand that maybe competition for this is not as interesting, right? But just for the start right now, this is where we started. Speaking of speedruns, I got a world record on DLVR23, yeah. GG's the former. Since he says, I really like the idea, especially for older games that are not run a lot anymore, since the leaderboard is mostly lightly stacked with extremely optimized runs. That's like the thing, right? You can do it every month again. And I think that makes it more interesting. It's also a great place to host your races there. If you say, hey, like I do, for example, every Monday I host some speedrun races. We can just put that on there. And there's no races, like SRL, for example, tracked yet. But it can always be added later, right? We just submit our times here and say, oh, while I've not gotten a new personal best maybe for a certain gaming category, for example, here, let's look at maybe so 2 HD, of course, right now, right? There's like a huge leaderboard that we set up here between PC and console, the 3 main categories, 80% glitches and all dog tags, and of course then the 6 difficulties. At Rising F Speedrun for you, we can talk about Rising naturally. That's there. We're just not, here's the thing. We're not gonna add everything to rankedruns.com. There's no VR, there's no ILs here. This is purely on the most common, at least, boards right now, because I mean it takes a long time to set it all up, because we're not just setting up boards for you to compete in, but also then go, say for example here on the right side, Metal Gear Solid 2 full game completion. You gotta get a time on each of these difficulties with certain goals in mind. For example, if you participate on console or on PC, there's different time goals. I mean, right now in these examples they're the same, but if you want to complete full game mastery, you gotta do a European Extreme run. And if you want to have a gold even, you gotta get a certain minimum time, stuff like that. What do you mean, new game or new game plus? I think right now, for Metal Gear Solid 2 doesn't matter. For Rising, I mean, that would be an entirely new discussion. We would need to make Rising in a completely different way that we do MGS2 or MGS3, right? MGS2 and 3, for example, we don't track new game versus new game plus. It's not really that important. Rising, I know that is a huge difference, of course, in times that you can get. For example, yeah, as code says, for Metal Gear Solid 4, for example, relatively similar. There we have new game and new game plus as 2 different categories, right? So you can participate there. That really depends on how you set up the boards. But it also needs people that want to do these runs, right? And while we've not officially like shouted out ranked runs yet, in the sense of like, hey, this is a thing that you can do now, because I personally think there's still a lot of stuff missing. A few people like Schmuck and Code have already participated here a little bit to see how it works, you know, to test times and milestones. And we're going to continuously, of course, add more and more to that. And hopefully then, the more people sign up for the website, the more there will be like a flourishing, you know, competition network here. There will be more mods coming to this. So, yeah. Same with Peace Walker, right? Peace Walker is new game plus, also an entirely different set of speedruns and times you can achieve there. So this is also split. All right. I mean, that's basically everything important right now about speedruns.com. It's mostly working on the same idea, categorized leaderboard as speedrun.com. But again, remember, every month it sets itself new again. So it's really worth it actually being consistent and often there to participate and submit your runs. And there's also even, you know, livesplit.com. Sorry, livesplit.com. Livesplit, the program where they have a plugin for to participate in an official category. You can even set it up so it automatically submits, even if you don't have a PB. And then you can even gather some points. So that's all the fun stuff that we can work out here. And, you know, again, this is technically a beta version of the website. There's still a lot of stuff missing. But I'm excited to have Metal Gear Solid as a series already represented here with like the most common run games so far. And of course, we can always add more. I can't really because I can't record for more than 10 minutes. Well, that is unfortunate. That is later it's the way it is, unfortunately, you know. Unless we add like small stuff. I mean, you know, Metal Gear Solid 2 has Tanker. That can be done less than 10 minutes. You get a 1.2 multiplier if you submit a video. You don't have to use a video. The plugin is enough for the boards. Okay, but isn't the rule that we said we need videos for new PBs? Let me show you a little bit the back end here. You know, just the background. I don't leak the back end here. There's video policies or policies, says here. Set when video proof is required during a run submission. So better than PB and periodic check. Require a video for PB improvements and also recheck runners periodically after a set number of weeks. Is there any psychopath willing to do Peace Walker new game? It's not that hard. I think my PB is a little bit more than 2 hours and 10 minutes. Peace Walker new game, first ending, you gotta say. First ending. The first time the credits appear. New game, first ending. That's not that bad. Hey, Jan. I admit, new game, true ending, you know, with the extended ending. That is a little bit more work. Just to like show you the leaderboard so that people have done it. You know, first ending, new game, any percent. This is what I participated in as well. I got a 2-8 here. The world record is 1/44 on PS3. Has to be said. But of course, then true ending, which I think is a category extension. Let me see here. I don't even think it's that. Wait, it's maybe base game, but then hidden behind the misc. Yeah, true ending new game. It's like, you know, 4-ish hours here. It's a little bit more work. Peace Walker has a crazy amount of grinding. Depends on what the goal is. Right? Like I said, the first ending is not that much. It's relatively small amount because the routing has been optimized that way. I'm gonna definitely host another teaching session for Peace Walker new game when we get closer towards August, of course, to help everyone who want to get a start then with the Master Collection Volume 2 to start speedrunning Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Same with Metal Gear Solid 4. Right now, we already have on the channel tutorials and teaching sessions for Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker and Metal Gear Solid 4 for the New Game Plus categories. But every one of us has to set a new game run first when the Master Collection Volume 2 comes out. So we're going to focus on that as well for teaching and then spread the information. Do you play lethal or non-lethal on New Game Peace Walker? It depends. New Game Plus, you don't need to grind anything. New Game, you gotta collect a certain amount of people, of course, to build up your base. So I think it's like 80 people you grind out. And of course, because you adopt them, you know, it's all non-lethal stuff. You could do individual levels on Peace Walker. Yeah, sure, if you have everything fully ground out. You gotta be aware though, like Peace Walker is crazy. Solo, non-S rank, you just go in and call in surrender, for which you need, I think, 600k heroism. So it's not as interesting. It was kind of weird trying to set some milestone times for MC because there's now a free 6-minute time save. Yeah, Jay, like I said, I will review MGS1 as soon as I'm like fully done with 2 and 3 because 2 and 3 again is like so vast. We have 3 different releases. Per release, we have at least 2 platforms, partially even free, and then sometimes even regions. It's insane. Well, you have fun. If you want to participate in Peace Walker, like, go ahead. For sure. Hey, Flex, welcome. In any case, for today, like I said, I want to participate in some of these. We're going to start easy with a few tanker runs, and then do at least 1 plant run, as we see here. For plant completion, you need 1 at least. That is very easy. Either on console and PC. I'm going to do all of them on PC. And of course, we have the full game categories here as well. Big Boss is an achievement that you can track. I set a time goal here. And it's optional, however. I would still argue you can still master a speed game even if you don't get rank 1. Okay? That is up for debate. As always, these things are not set in stone. They're just set as like a first baseline. We see how much fun it is versus how much it isn't. Unfortunately, like I said, this website is still, building up. So community integrations are still waiting here. Same with like guides and forums where you can discuss stuff. So again, consider this a beta phase. But if you want, you can make an account right now and start submitting your runs. Every PP that happened after May 16th or May 18th, after the official announcement of this website, is valid for submission. However, since we're now in June, of course, you would need to ideally submit a video or run for June. I would agree to exclude rank run stuff from Game Mastery. See, there's at least one. If you're wondering, Apache Smash is on the board as well. Like, he said for me personally, hey, how about we add MGS3 and then with modifiers, a modifier like Tuxedo Foxhound, which, sorry, is that here? Have I added that yet? Or am I missing it right now? I think I'm missing it right now. Wait, never mind. It's, of course, you gotta go European Extreme, and then you go Tuxedo, and then Foxhound. So that's your leaderboard here. So Console Extreme or European Extreme, Tuxedo as a modifier, and then Foxhound, and you can go for Tuxedo Foxhound, which also is optional, but still very cool objective to get. So yeah, that is ranked runs. Like I said, for that first, we gotta do a bunch of runs. And that's why we're here. Let's see. I'm gonna do like a little bit longer. Yeah, I do be like that for sure. I mean, again, the goal time for gold for VE is not easy, but it's doable, I would like to argue. The question there, I'm definitely interested in like what do people think about 10k VE goal times? Let's look at 10k, it is. Hey, Ollie. Hold up. Music's still playing. We don't need the music in the background. Thanks. I need it. That good luck is definitely needed. Oops. Okay, movement is a bit whack. Freeze. Who's there? Good thing this is 𝐸𝐿, not 𝐸. Freeze. Oh, I even have time for another shot. It is what it is. It's not even important that I lose health. You can do damageless Olga relatively easily on EuEx. You just gotta know where she's popping out and where her head will be. But like, the time loss of being stopped, that's the annoying part here. Okay, she was left. That's good. No loop. That's what I'm saying though. If you have the cutscene and you still do a good run, you should be able to get gold rank, right? That's the idea. I think it would be more devastating if you had to grind out. Oh shit. Why did I miss there? I feel like it would be too much to ask to grind for a like all RNG aspects are perfect kind of run. I think that's where the fun is then dead. I get it for speedrun.com if you want to have a very high ranking. Yeah, absolutely. You should probably, of course, grind for all the good luck. But For a monthly resetting board, I'm like, it should be gold. Still possible about the best of luck. Within means, right? That's the idea. Within means. What does it mean? Again, a deeply philosophical discussion. I need turbo, man. I gotta turn on turbo again for this. Yeah, we're gonna move on eventually from Tanker Hell.
Let's look at you.
I definitely want to do some Sons of Liberty emulator stuff. Oops. Okay, 10 shots for good measure. Started a big discussion. It's all fine. It's all fine. That's why we're here, you know, to discuss, to sort out feelings and see feedback. Because I feel like with a brand new page like this, it's especially important to listen to runners and hear how hard or how easy these achievements are. So I like the discussion for sure. Okay.
It's the enemy. I need help.
And even this! Should this stop me from getting a gold rank? I don't know. Probably.
Freeze.
Apache said once for his tuxedo time, there should be 4 levels. There should be bronze, silver, gold, and then additionally a rank 4, which is just, please take a shower, dude. You know? Like, you mastered the game definitely if you reach a gold time, but if you got like a platinum or diamond time, like, dude, please stop. Please take a shower. I mean, we could just rename all of these. You can rename them. Just silver, gold, and then please take a shower at the end. And you go like top 0.1% or something like this. I can never really remember how many times she shoots when she goes from left to right on a right side ogre. Right side ogre is a little bit unexplored territory because for regular PBs, you usually just go and then try to go for a certain level here. Shit, mister. You can definitely give her 2 headshots before she goes right. Back again. It's just a little bit more tricky to remember all the positions and timings. That's what it all comes down to. Shit, I don't have a mag now. Oh, that's not bad. That's fine. Can get a mag another way. Bro. Was she going left? I've never seen her go left off that locker. She always goes right up. Why does she go the long way? I've never seen this before. My 1,000 hours of MGS2. Nani? For sure. Oh man. Let me get that Mac here. I got a Mac. Traumaticruns.com, hell yeah. Relatable. Oh man. So I gotta remember, shoot later rather than earlier. I've never seen her go the long way either. Okay, I'm not alone then. That is crazy talk. Okay, 6 bullets. I'm gonna use 2 more at least. I have to go behind the pipe, unfortunately. I don't have enough ammo for non-lethal guard rush. Oh man.
Arizona Bridge checkpoint passed.
It's funny how in this TPV mode you see the laser going back and forth on the cycle. In FPS or FPV mode, the laser is 100% focused the whole time.
Until that time.
Not good. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get extra ammo now. I don't want to do a lethal guard rush. Lethal guard rush is faster, but also a lot more headache because it's not as chill. Guards despawn quicker, but in terms of having a relatively easy guard rush, non-lethal is actually easier because the timings are much easier to comprehend. Oh well. I just want to see what the time is and get a clean holds now because I'm way more annoyed that the holds go bad this whole time. What? 6. Huh? Oh, we're already at 8. Oh, okay. Apparently we were already at 7. And this was the last one left. Yeah.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications.
Whatever.
Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear Force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability.
Hey, monster. What's up?
Swarm of these. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear.
Freeze.
Perfect. First try. All right. Finally. Jeez. Now I'm curious about the final time.
Hundreds, if not thousands of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be...
Woo! Okay. Not everything went well, but like most of it went well. Oh boy. We're at a death. Forget the foes, get out of there, man.
We, the Marines...
733. Yeah, 1 continue. Meh. So close to perfect stats. Well, let me see. What time did it set for 10k EuEx? 7:30. Okay. So this is not gold yet. I would need to get no death still. And that's the question. 733. Should it be 740? Should it be 750? I don't know. That's only silver rank. And 3 seconds less, like basically a clean run without a death, man. I'll get gold. And I think here it feels like it's a fair, requirement. I love the speedrun strats for photos. So funny how you barely need to take different photos and they're good. I know. This works only in 16:9 because of the stretch mode. It also stretches the hitboxes of the photos. If I were to play 4x3, I would need to do 3 positions. I would need to go left, middle, and on the right I can take 2 pictures. So it's 3 positions instead of 2. So they're very fast in 4x3. I think 7:30 is fair, yeah. Well, that's good. All right, let's move on then. That's all good. Again, this is with load remove time. This is basically what you could do with the load remove as well. Just the one thing, the load remove, it doesn't work. It's a bit of an old version. I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to get it working again, but also I have so many other things to do. So a little bit hard. Let me jump to all the way the other end. Very easy, okay? How hard is it to get a very easy gold time in MGS2 HD tanker? It's like the opposite, basically. I think I set it relatively strong. Question is it fair? Let's try that. Let's go all the way the other end of the spectrum and then see VE. Now, inadvertently, it's probably not as interesting for those people that don't usually watch speedruns, but trust me, very easy. It's a highly active community. Very easy full game, very easy tanker specifically as well. I almost have a feeling, I specifically said very easy tanker, much tighter. At least for gold. Just because it's that accessible and so many people have run it. But we'll find out. Here's the thing, eventually things have settled a little bit. I would also be interested in posting basically strategies to get like gold or combines and stuff like this. What do you need to do? What do you need to know? It's a whole different level of tutorials for sure. Again, this is now VE instead of EuEx. Complete other end. Just to see how tight the requirements are here. Yep. Okay, stop. Gotta stop mashing start. Since it's a right side auger, there's no need to try to go for headshots. We can't loop on the right side. But because it's very easy this time, her stamina will actually bleed all the way down to 50%. So 3 body shots are more than enough. And now just get her 2 headshots in and then she's asleep. And that's Olga. Right side Olga with 𝐶𝐚𝐮. That's a good example actually. Because that's a case of like bad luck. You lose a couple of seconds, like 4 seconds. On average. Alright. Again, alerts reset thankfully on room change, so no need to worry here. Basically just holding all the angles for movement. VE, unlike EuEx, comes all the way down to movement necessarily. And timing for sure. Now we actually get an attention alert here because we're gonna get the guards out of our way. Okay. Just 1 sensor, not 3. Unless you're playing on Seoul US, Sons of Liberty NTSU release, then you still have 3. They got scaling very interesting in the first release of Metal Gear Solid 2. I have written a small script of like notes how these version differences impacted the speedrun in terms of, you know, like bug fixes and stuff like that. And then this still grows every week. Partially even thanks to the leak and then talking to other people that are interested in chatting with me about the leak and the code. So quick shout out to all the people that work with me, making our knowledge overall about the game more extensive and just bigger. This is a lot of fun. I have especially 2 glitches I want to, you know, shine a light on. One is the Tango 2 𝐶𝐚𝐮 skip and the other one is the Prozac skip. So it's going to be interesting. Oops, I did a fucky bucky. Okay, it does not auto-align here, that's that. I didn't consider this. I mean, this makes still for a great study case. If this run can still get gold rank, is it fair or not? I don't know. Let's see.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogues.
Mind slipping here. What's happening?
They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the US's nuclear strike capability.
So unlike EuEx, we can just move on to the left here because there's no guard.
Swarm of these metal
And I still like to do even on VE, the hold-up strat here. However, there is an actually faster way to do this.
thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another
I just gob roll all of them. And you can only do this on VE and easy.
with Ray.
The fact that these guards are vanishing, and it's very reliable that they're vanishing, that's not good. I definitely have to make a bug report for that.
Hundreds,
Oh boy.
thousands of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained. And
Yeah. It did all day today, so this is actually a very reliable thing with this method. And I don't know why that is happening. It's just weird. Like I was like, oop, gonna put them outside. Too many fell over. Oh, we fucked up the photo there. I think this was photo free.
the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this.
I think it was too far left. You gotta be a certain level to the right there. Let's see. The max we had while doing randoms was free. Damn. Not rolling through the left guard in hole one house has been nice. Yep. I mean, it's still just barely roll past him. Okay, now this should not be gold anymore. There's too many things that went wrong here. What is the time? Let's see. This is time without loads. This is a modified IGT for those that wonder. 6:11. All right. Let me see here. The achievement Speed Demon is given to people that beat PC very easy at 5:30. So this is a silver rank, and when I would need to be like 41 seconds faster. Considering all the things that went wrong, understandable, I would say. Let me try to still get a 5:30. Maybe 5:30 is too much. Maybe it should be 5:45. Like I've seen, this is one of those cases where on very easy difficulty, where the board is very optimized as well. You know, what is really a realistic time to get within a month? I would still argue a 5:30 is very realistically doable on tanker VE. Let me do like one more, I guess. Yeah, the guard's vanishing. Not good. Let's see. I think my PB is a 5:24, yeah. I feel like for tanker VE, it should be in the PB realm, shouldn't it be?
All right, let's look at your...
But then again, maybe we should just move it like 10 seconds up. Maybe 5:40 is a better measuring stick. That's a very tough question for sure. Like for full game, I set it like within 10 minutes of each other. So let's see. I mean, I did a lot of stupid stuff in Guard Rush there. That can definitely be improved on. So perhaps a silly question, but the left engine room door skip will be mandatory to hit these goals. That is acceptable generally to be part of its speedrun? Yep. It is. Because it's really easy to do. 5:30 was the hardest wall for me to break. So I had a plus 130 improvement on my time and deliver 30. Let's go, GG. Like, that's another great question though. I genuinely, Oliver, I love the question. Should certain glitches be mandatory to achieve these times? And I would say MGS2 PC Subsistence definitely is a case for that. Because we have literally a single time for full game that is 1 hour and 0 minutes. 1 hour and 1 second. Right? And all the other runs are like 101s. What should be the best standard there? I set it to 1 of 5. Because I thought everything that's after 1 of 5 is like true dedication over multiple months, not just a single month. And you don't have to do every glitch in the book there for a full game run, right? Due to the nature of Tanker being very short and not being required to do many tricks here, I feel like this one trick, if you're starting out, is fine. Even ladder glitch is not necessary. Let me do that right now. I'm gonna do a run without ladder glitch and we're gonna show the time. That could be a different argument. Should ladder glitch be required to get these times? What is a good time without ladder glitch? I think that's probably more important than process skip. Process skip in its nature is relatively easy. Even if you don't understand the timing right there, I feel like it is. Forgot to change to the weapon. If I was spotting, I would have been so pissed at the run. Oh, for sure. Like, what do you mean 1 second off the goal time? Well, 2 seconds technically. He wants to get sub hour, of course, not 1 hour for that. Let's see, if I don't screw up and actually get a decent guard rush, what time can I achieve with a right side auger and without ladder glitch? Let's see what that time is. And then maybe, yeah, maybe I put it like 10 seconds higher. I feel like that's okay. At the end of the day, ask 100 people, you see an interesting result probably at the end. There could be a lot of people that say, no, ladder glitch is mandatory to get these times for gold standard. Because that's technically the definition, right? The gold standard. Easy. Oh, some very big philosophical questions about like what is a good standard. Then again, we have like so many tutorials for different variations even of ladder glitches that going down that ladder and still hitting 530, no matter which version you do, still very achievable, so I don't know. I screwed up a lot there, damn. What am I doing here? Open up a can of philosophical worms. I mean, that's fine. You gotta talk about something while you ride Tanker. Tanker right on its own is like so dry. Like, I'm glad we have something to talk about. This cost me like 8 seconds now, so let's see what the outcome is. I feel like for higher difficulties, needing ladder glitch while the higher difficulties are optional for mastery is fine. But like, you know what? What is it with this one here? I would need to get some absolute bobs on this. People that have like maybe played in their childhood that never came to this and then see what they think about these times. That is probably the best measuring stick we have.
Thousands of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our...
You are gone. Wow.
This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance.
Alright, let's see what the time is. If it's still without ladder glitch below 530, I think 530 is fine. Up for discussion naturally, but like, how do I feel about it, you know?
We the Marines.
Let's see. Random range. Okay, 544. Now, not everything went well, but okay. Without ladder glitch, that's the time. No left side loop auger, which would save another 4 seconds. That would be 540. With ladder glitch, it would have been 532. So, okay. Someone asked me in the comments, what can I do to make MGS2 Substance louder? And I'm like, I don't know. If you only have the Windows audio mixer, like, you're kind of screwed. I got the luxury of having a full, you know, mixer next to me, which I can crank even louder. So, like, I don't have the issue the game being quiet for me. And for you guys out there on the stream, I can just add a gain on top if I really want to. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Let's try a V tanker in comparison. How hard is that? We do have turbo on this, so this may play a little bit of a factor. The question is, like, how much is? Again, I'm gonna not do ladder glitch, just as a comparison, see what my time is. You know, to be like equal, basically. Oh, wow. If you see how little weather is here now? No wonder I like playing MC more now, after all the fixes we got from the league already. There's even more coming. The game looks like dog shit now in comparison. Like, sure, it runs great, but like, oof. Same with the FOV. Oh my god, so much closer again. Yeah, this is definitely... Now it definitely looks like a step down. I get that. Damn. I never noticed how close the FOV is now, but after having played so much MC with the fix, I'm like, damn. It is different.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit...
This is VFix 1.81.
We've shared everything. All the bad and all the...
Okay, this is still right side auger, no left side loop. So this is actually getting very comparable to the other run that we did. Come on, trouble. I do like the life bar mod, by the way. It's a nice little change. I think we can do this in MC as well. With the trainer or cheat tool.
Possible.
Send backup. I have an unknown target here.
Understood. Backup team is on its way to the stairs. Stop him at all costs.
Let's see. That was close. I barely saw the laser on the sensor. Jeez. Oh boy.
Verrazano Bridge point passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
If you're wondering where the Tama is from, that is from Speedrunner and also modder BMN. So a little set of like ASI mods for the speedrunners, where you can see stuff like, you know, time per room, time of the entire run. Same with like the turbo display at the bottom. Well, that was weird. Wasn't much better. Much better guard rush. Alright, no ladder glitch.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that...
Alright. So now you can see how this normally looks like with the guards not vanishing. This is how it normally looks like. They just stay there. Alright, some pictures.
This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strike.
Now, this looks like I'm playing 4x3. How can I do 2-spot photos? I play the game 6:9. You just view it in 4x3 thanks to my capture in OBS. I figure the viewing experience is a little bit nicer in 4x3. And there we go. Have not gotten a sub 5030 without ladder glitch. Alright, maybe a 545 is actually better as a goal. I'm definitely considering it now. I'm not going to do it during the stream, but yeah. Alright. But it can be done. You can get a sub 545 at least without ladder glitch, if that's like too much. The struggle of like, do we give out participation trophies or not? Like, what's the line? Right now, after like a little bit of testing, like we've been live for almost 2 hours now, I feel like maybe 530 is too much. Maybe it should be like 545. Good stuff. All right, we can use this now in the code widget. All right. Let me go and do the same again for Tanker on EuEx. Let me see if my 730 is a good measuring stick. So Tanker, EuEx. There's no big pause. We don't need to turn off radar. Wait, I have trouble. What do I do? I don't need to do this.
All right, let's look.
Okay, that was way too much. You can definitely save a lot of time just by good movement. Oops, not that though. My man.
Freeze. Freeze.
Oh yeah, this is substance. I can just hold the left stick and let go of square. I don't need to press it again. Enemy on board! Okay, I got 7 bullets. That's definitely too much.
Going back.
Oh yeah, for my HD EuEx times, I also got right side over, which loses all times. No, not even on the left side. Okay, we got another right side here. Okay, one headshot here is fine.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit is my...
Okay.
We've shared everything.
Please. Ah, we missed the first one was not a headshot.
I have no one. Nothing except the unit. Nothing.
Oh, that was close. So this is also a very, very bad Olga in terms of like RNG and aspects and everything. If I still get like close to 730, I feel like that's a good measure point. And then the other goals are like somewhere on that line. No dash drop here, that's fine. I just remember I couldn't do this. Good mana. You can see my shtick and my inputs.
Possible hostiles sighted. Send backup.
Nope. Oops. There you go. All right.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Freeze.
Nice. Got the good timing there. Okay. Okay, I'm missing all the shots. Damn. You're gonna go lethal.
Aim for the light.
Should blow up himself. How did he not blow up? That's fine. Alright, no perfect stats for me here. Whatever. Wait, I got turbo. Again.
We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray.
Okay, I got no M9 shot. I gotta take the long way.
The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears
Still doable, thankfully.
in the world are no longer a threat. At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear.
Freeze.
Worse yet,
Freeze.
so do a number of rogue states.
Freeze.
They are
Good.
all working on deploying their... They are all working on deploying their own... Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely sub 730. I don't think it lasts 40 seconds. It lasts the whole end sequence after you touch the turbo and still lasts relatively long. But like this is definitely a gold run despite being right side Augur, a missed shot. Like I need 5 shots on Augur. The guard rush did not go well. Like 730 on PC substance feels very achievable. Shame about those 3 killed people, but like I just ran out of bullets for the M9. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I think 730 for EuEx tankers definitely stamped off, at least for me personally. You don't need to be a golden runner to get 730 or better. Like the record I think right now is surprisingly low. Let me check. It is tanker. I think it's 559. Let me see. Oh, 558. I'm sorry. So the world record right now for a tanker EuEx run is 558. My personal PB is 634. So yeah, that can be done a lot faster. So 730 here at least feels very good. But yeah, those VE times, I have a feeling VE is maybe too much. I don't know. We'll see about that. Again, VE is being run way more. So just because I haven't gotten it day one after like, what, 5 runs, still maybe a good time go. I don't know. It needs more than myself, of course, for feedback to see how it is. All right. Snake 11 would need to go in and update it. I put up another comment on his video about the Age of Blade 2.0 release. If you also want to have that mod working again, maybe you also want to add a comment. You know, I'm not saying to spam the video. I just want to say, like, hey, maybe, you know, make it clear you have an interest in that. Maybe then with enough people's interest, my God, you can be persuaded to do an update. Which again should be the final update, because there's no more, you know, update coming to the Master Collection Volume 1. The alternative would be he would just, you know, open source the code, and then somebody else could like fork it, update it, and then it works for the current version. Oh well.
All right, let's look.
Yeah, after Emma sniping is just to roam around, get soft load. That's always fun, right? Knowing is half the battle. That's right. Got his ass. If you very slightly angle yourself to the right at the bottom, you actually have him fall to the left, and then you can just immediately move on, which is quite nice. All right.
Freeze. Who's there?
I love this thread. It's so goofy. He immediately sees you running away and is like, oh, I gotta tell somebody about it. And then you're like, nope, actually, I'm gonna take a nap. I mean, like, what the hell, dude? Damn. So the glass bottle in front of me rather than the wall behind the guard. Well, that distraction failed. Oh well. Oops. Alright, good teleport. At this door, you can very slightly teleport if you just mash triangle early and approach the door with the right angle. And another right side. Good headshot. Slowly get better at the timings. Okay, we're 50%. Good.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the conflict,
I don't know why she's constantly going right side. It's way easier to go left side first. This is my punishment for skipping cutscenes. This was a good right side though. From all the right sides, this was the good RNG. Where she runs forward after the third headshot and then very quickly puts out her head. If she goes back again after the third shot behind the shelf, then that is a little bit of time loss. Yeah, it was nice. Just by the right side. And the death drop on top. Oh my god, what is going on? That is looking very good right now. Oh, where are we going? Oh my god. Straight up running into the ball there. Oh no. Best times they've had, yeah. I think actually the username is not David Goldstar, as I said wrong initially. I think his name is Wildstar. David Wildstar from France. Showed us this interesting technique. 1, 2, 3, go. I don't have the magazine here. That's bad. Damn it. I thought I could do it quickly enough. Well, we have one alert on the card now. It is what it is. If you're like really fast on the streak, you don't get the alert because it's just gone already. Yeah, I guess I had an extra shot there in the M9 when I left Olga. That's unfortunate. The whole goal of wasting the bullets at the beginning of Tanker is to basically waste just enough bullets. So when you reach Olga, you finish her on the last bullet in the magazine to create a magazine, then for the streak. And then at the start of the fight, you just go a little bit behind, grab the box, and even enough. Oh well. Okay, let's see how we're doing now. We got 11 shots. There's 8 plus 3, technically 1 for every. What am I doing? War. Huh? Six, 7, 8. The first one delayed the last 2 this time. Why? Now that's a death on the scorecard, unfortunately, because he died so slow that he actually deloaded before we left the level. On later releases, if we kill these last 3 guards quickly enough, we deload the level before they can count for the stats. So, alright. Damn it. Let's do this again. And they're only goofy in this release. Do I even have the camera active? I don't. Damn. Wasted some time here. Oh no, I definitely want to go for a silver time here. Yeah, oh god, I waited so much time. He was already moving to the right.
stand up to a Metal Gear
Freeze.
is, of course, another Metal Gear.
Freeze.
Oh, damn.
With Ray,
Well, first try.
with Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are
Nice pants.
the blind rush.
Right, that's left and middle, and then the right one here, do it on this dot, and then this circle counts as the marine logo. Simply go up. That's picture 4, and then that's your free spot and 4 photos. Saving just a little bit of time. Apparently, it's also possible to do a 2-spot photos on 4x3. It's just much, much tighter and, you know, very precise. And you know me, I ain't working for that shit hard, so I'm just gonna do the easy method. That definitely works. There, literally says the Marines logo is clearly visible. Sure, buddy, if you say so.
We, the Marines, will lead
And this cutscene can't be skipped, but apparently it doesn't even count to IGT.
Metal Gear Ray.
I gotta check, like, I can definitely make like an IGT viewer since there's now Emo Helper version 3 that fully works for PC Access 2. And I'm pretty sure the memory addresses for stuff like IGT are also available on the Retro Achievements Notes website, which is a very great website if you make an auto builder. Okay. Alright, you know what? 7:41. What is actually the goal time here for... Oh god, close the page again. Let me see, MGS2, Sons of Liberty, Tankers, Speedruns. Okay, the go time is 7 minutes. Despite everything, we had a 7-minute 41, so... I don't know. I don't know if we should go a little bit higher with the requirements, so it's, you know, maybe 7:30. It's the old... Yeah. Oh, wait, actually, hang on. I'm stupid. I checked the time requirement for very easy. Let me scroll down to extreme time requirement. Okay, the time requirement for extreme is actually 8 minutes. So 7:41 with all the issues and all the smaller mistakes I had, right side organ and all that. Actually, yeah, I think 8 minutes is a good goal time for gold. It definitely feels okay. Was that my punishment because I was yapping? Actually, technically, this is even a PB because this 7:41 is 5 seconds faster than my 2-year-old backwards compatible PS3 time. And because emulator is actually able to be submitted to the Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty board, I guess I'll just do that. It will be hidden, but it's technically a world record. Maybe this can light fire under the discussion if we allow emulator for the speedrun.com leaderboard as well. Maybe. We already had a discussion for the HD loader. You know, where you have a PlayStation 2 with either a memory card where you put the game on the SD card, which is the MemCard Pro here, right? Got a little SD card on there, and if you modify the hardware, you can actually, with OPL, load games off the memory card, which is insane. Or, of course, from an HD. That's called HD loader. Well, yeah, technically, this is a world record even. Ooh. Hey, I'll take that. That was a terrible run, though. That definitely can be done faster in a lot of regards. Well, hey, I'll take it. That's good. I just wanted to see what the did lamp on. I didn't want to invalidate your run in case your whole screen went black. Thankfully, exactly for that reason, I have it only in the webcam. And the intention behind this reward is like you go in and you use it. If I'm like yapping too much, for example, you use blackout and I'll be like, okay, fine. I've been like spiraling, for example, and you can just black me out. And I was like, okay, take a breath. It even mutes the microphone, you know. Thanks for the GG. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's pretty good, thank you. I had the idea from someone who made it a redeem to just mute the microphone. So over the webcam, there would be like a little overlay that makes the webcam a little bit like, it lowers the saturation, so it's a bit like black and white. And it also shows a PNG. And I thought, well, I could use the same idea. I also mute my microphone, but instead, because Metal Gear, blackout. And I'd use like a TV effect, like a filter, put on the video screen, and then I hide it again. I really like that effect. It's a fun redeem, thank you. I sadly don't know how I could make redeems for like YouTube like that. That's why it's all on Twitch side only, which is a little bit unfortunate. Hopefully, at some point, maybe YouTube will change their approach to these things. But, you know, I would need to use stream elements even to even be able to fetch like public new subscribers, because that data can be hidden as well. And it's like, oh, so hidden, and you need extra programs. So for Twitch, this can be actually quite fun. But on YouTube, unfortunately, you just watch. I always heard the viewing experience on YouTube is better, but the chat and like interaction experience is better on Twitch. That's why I just dual stream, you know? And you can just pick yourself what you want. All right, that is that. Let me just do a quick VE run. I want to see if I can actually maybe even beat my VE time. I currently have the world record on backwards compatible PS3 with a 6:15 for very easy. I do wonder if I can even beat this time with an emulator. But for, you know, full submission, actually, there. Because we can now also reverse, not reverse engineer, but like reverse analyze these clear codes, I always submit these. We had the requirement anyway that we should, on videos, submit videos with this clear code. But now we can actually use these codes as well to like verify, hey, is the time actually legit or is it wrong? So that's always fun. Every time this stupid guy gets me in the role here. I don't know what's wrong. Nope, not easy. Although, funny enough, easy SolUS is so similar to very easy. Easy SolUS is the only difficulty where alerts reset on room change. So unlike any other version of Metal Gear Solid 2, the PlayStation 2 Sons of Liberty NTSU release can actually be played for the easy difficulty, just like very easy. All other versions, easy difficulty is more like a baby normal. You know, in terms of like strategies and approaches, the way you want to like prevent, or sometimes actually intentionally carry alerts and cautions over to the next room. It's really interesting how easy, for this one-time release, is so much closer to very easy. The more you know. Alright, can we please finally just finish a clean run here?
Freeze.
Maybe with a left side loop, that would be nice. Come on. Also don't know why, but every time I go up these stairs, the stick just shifts to the right for a frame or something. I'm not sure if this happens on real console, or if this is an emulator thing. Come on, go left. Yes. Bro. He's just loop. Nice, okay. How did I miss that first headshot though? Okay, this is not necessarily 4 seconds safe. It should be like... I think I still lost like 2 seconds because of this missing first headshot. But alright. No dive drop. Alright. Let's get this run home. I may actually just do the hold up method. In holds 2, we'll just to not risk it. It's like barely time loss. So maybe just take it safe and hold them up. It's always so tight. Like, he does kick me, but then he still doesn't hit me necessarily, thankfully. Ah, that missed. Okay. Mini time loss. Ah, alright.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel.
Not the Verrazano Bridge.
It's time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
I hit him. I need some
Yeah, I think I got them. I think I got them. Oh, man. Damn it. Missed the last shot. Alright. Yep. Come on. Skip it. Skibbity bop bop bop.
We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear.
Duh.
They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear striking. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear.
Alright, let's see that time.
With Ray, the hunt.
Wonder why even on emulator the load times are so long for taking the picture. Feels like it's built in almost.
Will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and
Is that enough? I don't know.
our Ray.
Let's hope this picture works.
Good.
Come on. Okay, Marines worked. Let's go. Come on. Let's see the final time.
Will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray.
We're Metal Gear Ray.
That is all. Dismissed.
Come on. $6:06? Wait a damn minute. That beats my record by 9 seconds for being on emulator. Wow. Okay. Wow. And again, my current official world record, 6:15, has been done on the backwards compatible PS3, which makes load times very fast, right? That's the only real difference. But on the emulator here on the latest version, version 2.6.3, 9 seconds saved. All right. Oh, technically 2 world records claimed tonight even. I'll take that. At least I got 2 submissions all ready for ranked runs as well, which was the whole point of doing the stream here. So